The sun had barely risen over the Naval Air Station, casting long golden streaks across the tarmac where a group of SEALs were gathered for the annual Joint Forces Training Review. Admiral Joseph Harkins, legendary, intimidating, and notorious for testing newcomers, stood at the center of the formation with his hands clasped behind his back. His sharp blue eyes scanned everyone like he owned the entire coastline. He was in a rare playful mood this morning, and when he saw a lone female operator standing calmly near the edge of the group, he smirked. She was dressed in a simple flight suit, sleeves rolled and boots dusty from the early morning drills. No insignia, no rank patches, no name tag, nothing but a blank Velcro square on her chest, just enough to irritate him. "Hey there," Harkins called out, his deep voice carrying across the tarmac. The SEALs stiffened immediately. No one ever wanted to be the focus of the Admiral's humor. "You, the mysterious one, step forward." She stepped out of the shadow without hesitation, her expression unreadable. Her steady presence drew a few glances. Even seasoned operators noted something different about her: calm, unshakable, almost dangerous. Harkins tilted his head. "No name, no rank, no patches. You trying to be invisible, soldier?" She didn't answer. She simply waited. "Oh, come on," he chuckled. "At least give me your call sign. We all have one. Even the rookies have something embarrassing on their helmets." He waved a dismissive hand. "Humor me." A few SEALs smirked. Nobody thought she would say anything interesting. She looked too plain, too quiet, too normal. But then she finally spoke. Her voice was soft, calm, and carried the weight of someone who had seen too many battles to brag about a single one. "Iron Widow." The smirks vanished instantly. Harkins froze. The tarmac suddenly felt too quiet, the soft hum of nearby aircraft fading beneath the shock that swept through the group like a tidal wave. One of the SEALs choked on his own breath. Another took an involuntary step back. Harkins blinked twice, unsure if he'd misheard. "What did you say?" she repeated, just as calmly. "Call sign is Iron Widow, sir." The Admiral's face drained of color. Everyone knew that call sign. Iron Widow wasn't just a legend, she was a ghost story passed between special operations units. The sniper who vanished entire insurgent squads overnight. The pilot who landed a burning jet without losing a single passenger. The covert operative who rescued hostages from a collapsing mountain stronghold after every other team had failed. But the part that made even SEAL commanders shiver: Iron Widow had never once been photographed. Her identity classified above top secret. Only 4 commanders in the entire U.S. Special Operations structure were cleared to know who she was. And Harkins was one of them. Slowly, his breath left him. His knees weakened. His hand instinctively gripped the edge of a transport crate to steady himself. "Impossible," he whispered. "Iron Widow she's not supposed to." She looked him directly in the eye. "Reporting for duty, Admiral." He nearly collapsed. Admiral Harkins was still gripping the transport crate when he forced himself upright, swallowing the tremor running through his hands. Around them, the SEALs stood so still they might as well have been carved out of stone. Nobody dared breathe too loudly. Nobody dared blink, because if this woman was truly Iron Widow, then every joke made earlier suddenly felt like trying to pet a sleeping tiger. Harkins cleared his throat, twice, then finally managed to speak. "Ma'am, why wasn't I informed you were coming?" Her gaze remained level, calm, and unwavering. "Because you weren't supposed to be." That didn't help his nerves at all. A senior chief SEAL, Ramirez, leaned toward another operator and whispered, "We're dead. We're all dead. We joked about her boots earlier." "Shut up," the other hissed. Harkins straightened his uniform, trying to regain even a shred of command presence. "Iron Widow, what is your assignment here?" She didn't answer immediately. Instead, she took a slow step forward, her boots echoing lightly across the concrete. The SEALs instinctively parted, creating a path without even realizing it. Something about her presence forced obedience, not through fear, but through sheer respect carved from experience no one else in the yard possessed. "I'm here for evaluation," she said. Harkins blinked. "Evaluation? Of what?" "Your teams." The yard collectively inhaled. It was the kind of sentence that made even the strongest operators rethink their entire careers. She continued. "SOCOM flagged gaps in your units, crisis response cohesion. I've been assigned to assess, correct, and, if necessary, restructure." The Admiral nearly choked. Restructure. That meant authority. High authority. Only a handful of special operations overseers could order such a thing. He stared at her, voice barely above a whisper. You're not just Iron Widow. You're carrying a black tier command file, aren't you? She didn't confirm it. She didn't need to. A low murmur rippled through the SEALs. Harkins lifted a hand to silence them, but even he understood the truth. Their visitor wasn't here as a guest. She was here as their judge. Iron Widow walked past the formation, her eyes gliding over each operator with unsettling clarity, as if she could see not only their skills but their weaknesses, their habits, their blind spots. Every man straightened instinctively, shoulders back, spines rigid. She paused near a young SEAL named Carter, a talented but impulsive operator known for acting without orders. Your stance is too forward, she said quietly. You lean out of instinct, not intention. In live combat, that hesitation will get your partner shot. Carter's face went white. She turned away and continued. Harkins followed her, adrenaline rising. He might outrank nearly everyone on the base, but right now he felt like a junior officer shadowing a legend. Iron Widow, he said cautiously. If you needed anything, resources, personnel, clearance, you only have to ask. She stopped walking. Good, she said softly. Then notify your teams. For what? She looked over her shoulder, eyes cold as forged steel. Their first evaluation begins in 1 hour. And Admiral, none of them are ready. The SEALs stiffened. Harkins swallowed. Iron Widow simply walked on. And not a single man dared stand in her way.